You believe you are in control. You believe your thoughts are your own, a tool to be wielded, a map to navigate life's complexities. But what if I told you, your very own mind is working against you, trapping you in a labyrinth of endless what-ifs, a relentless cycle of analysis paralysis? This is the insidious grip of overthinking, and it's more common and more powerful than you realize. Why can't you stop? What invisible forces are at play within your own skull? Today, we delve into the unsettling psychology behind it all. Overthinking. It's not simply thinking too much, it's a specific and often destructive pattern of thought. Neurologically, it's characterized by heightened activity in the prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive function center. But instead of solving problems, this area gets stuck, locked in a feedback loop. Imagine a car engine perpetually revving, but never shifting into gear. The energy is there, the potential for movement, but it's all wasted, generating only noise and heat. This is your brain on overthinking, neurons firing relentlessly, but achieving nothing productive. But what fuels this engine? Anxiety, the primal emotion that whispers doubts and amplifies fears. Anxiety and overthinking exist in a symbiotic and often toxic relationship. Anxiety triggers the overthinking, and the overthinking, in turn, amplifies the anxiety. A vicious cycle, spinning faster and faster, threatening to pull you under. Consider this, leads to a visual representation of anxiety, which then feeds back into the thought bubble, creating an endless loop. When faced with uncertainty, anxiety kicks in. Your brain interprets this uncertainty as a threat, and in an attempt to regain control, it starts analyzing, dissecting, obsessing over every possible outcome. But the more you analyze, the more potential problems you uncover, further fueling the anxiety. This isn't rational thought, it's a frantic attempt to soothe your fear, but it's a strategy doomed to fail, because it's built on a foundation of cognitive distortions. These are flawed patterns of thinking, biases that warp your perception of reality and feed directly into the overthinking engine. Catastrophizing, blowing things out of proportion, imagining the worst-case scenario. If I fail this presentation, my career is over. Personalization, blaming yourself for events outside of your control. The project failed. It must be because I'm incompetent. Black and white thinking, seeing things in extremes, with no room for nuance. If I'm not perfect, I'm a failure. These distortions are like cracked lenses, distorting your view of the world, making you see danger where it doesn't exist, and fueling the endless cycle of overthinking. But why are we so prone to these distorted thoughts? Why does our brain default to overthinking in the face of uncertainty? The answer lies in evolutionary psychology. For millennia, our ancestors faced constant threats: predators, starvation, disease. The ability to anticipate danger, to meticulously plan for every contingency, was crucial for survival. Those who overthought, who worried about every potential threat, were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Overthinking, in this context, was a survival mechanism, a way to stay one step ahead of potential dangers. But in the modern world, the threats are different, more abstract, less immediate. But our brains haven't caught up. We're still wired to see danger everywhere, to overanalyze every situation, even when there's no real threat. This ancient survival mechanism has become a modern-day liability. So how do you break free from this relentless cycle? How do you rewire your brain and reclaim control of your thoughts? The answer isn't to stop thinking altogether. That's impossible. The answer is to learn to manage your thoughts, to challenge your cognitive distortions, and to cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment, without judgment. It allows you to observe your thoughts, without getting caught up in them. To see them for what they are, fleeting mental events, not necessarily reflections of reality. When you feel the urge to overthink, pause, take a deep breath, and simply observe your thoughts, without trying to change them. Acknowledge the anxiety, the fear, but don't let it control you. Challenge your cognitive distortions. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or on fear? Am I blowing things out of proportion? Am I personalizing events that aren't my fault? Replace your distorted thoughts with more balanced, more realistic ones. And remember, progress takes time. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to be patient with yourself. Overthinking is a powerful force, but it's not insurmountable. By understanding the psychology behind it, by recognizing the anxiety overthinking loop, by challenging your cognitive distortions, and by cultivating mindfulness, you can reclaim control of your mind and break free from the endless cycle of analysis paralysis. For guided mindfulness techniques, explore our sister channel, How to Meditate. And if you find the psychological depths of anxiety and the things that keep you up at night fascinating, be sure to check out RichHorror for more unsettling explorations of the human psyche. The path to a richer mind begins with understanding the limitations of your own. If you found this video insightful, be sure to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future explorations of the mind. You'll find helpful resources and further reading in the description below. Until next time, remain curious. Na to